Good day, I am Allione Delos Santos and I am a teacher coming from the Philippines. I am a graduate of Philippine Normal University, the National Center for Teacher Education in the Philippines. I am already teaching for 2 years. I teach languages, both English and Filipino, in the intermediate level. I teach in an inclusive school. That is why I have handled students diagnosed with ADD, ADHD, autism, mental delay, etc. I follow the philosophy of holistic education. Why? Because I believe the students carry the future. Therefore, their potentials must be unraveled and their talents must be nurtured. I also believe that I must prepare my students for the challenges brought by societies. I have this very great desire to help them to be more equipped with skills that they will be needing as they come into adults. Since I'm a language teacher, I can help them develop their linguistic competencies in reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Not only that, since I want them to develop holistically, they must learn to possess values such as compassion, patience, humility, respect, and obedience. All in all, I believe that I must bring education that prepare the students to live purposely, morally, and creatively in this competitive world. I am a teacher who's trained to practice the following key components in making a lesson plan. First is having clear objectives. The objectives must be laid properly and must specify the skills that the students will gain at the end of the lesson. It must be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. As a teacher, I have practiced discussing to my students our objectives before and after every lesson to make sure that we were able to attain our goals. Second is the prepared environment or the prepared classroom materials used in learning. The materials used in learning is very important in teaching. May it be PowerPoint presentations, tarpaulins, books, or worksheets. I actually find the Montessori approach very helpful in teaching. We have charts, nomenclature cards, tarpaulins, and worksheets that are prepared, guiding students' learning for the whole school year. This is why I am also trained to make worksheets that can be used in our classes. Third is the adequate review of past lessons. This is to make sure that the students were able to retain what we have previously discussed. And then, the activation of students' prior knowledge about the lessons to be discussed. Activation of students' prior knowledge is very important because it serves as an introduction to the new concepts that the students will be learning for the day. Fourth is an interesting lesson proper. A good lesson plan must have a good teaching strategy that will captivate the students' interests in learning. Along with this is a student's practice for mastery of the lesson. What I do for the students to master our lesson is guided practice, wherein they apply our lesson by means of recitation. After that is board work. And after these, that will be the time for me to let them answer their exercises. After the exercises, I process the answers for them to understand our lesson more and so that they can understand their mistakes. Fifth is proper evaluation. After sets of practice, I can now make them answer graded seat works and graded drill sheets to track students' learning after instruction. Last is homework. Homework is also very important so that consistency of learning is brought at home. Let me share with you an anecdote about my student named Nathaniel Pingol. Nathaniel Pingol is my student from my first year of teaching. Nathaniel for me is a blessing, I may say, or I am a blessing to their family, as his mom will tell me. At first, I noticed that Nathaniel is a very quiet boy. He does not get along much with his classmates. At first, I often see him eat alone, and he just don't mind other people at all. And then I had this oral activity inside my class wherein each one of them had to present a declamation piece. Imagine, one by one, but I was very patient, of course, to scout for my students' potentials. And then I saw Nathaniel. He showed me that he can speak clearly and with great emotions. With my very insisting power, I was able to persuade him into joining our poetry and declamation contest. After that, he just became champion. The prize is actually not getting him the medal, but the prize that I saw in him is his developed self-esteem. After the contest, he has become more confident with himself. He got himself more friends, and his academic grades went higher. Actually, he is a graduating student now and he is now running for honor. Imagine, from a very quiet child into a very confident achiever. His mother, after that school year, came running after me, saying how grateful she is for the contribution that I have made to her child. She said that if it weren't for me, their child will not be the way he is now, a matured, responsible, smart, caring, and lovable individual. Today, I will continue to make more students like Nathaniel. I will continue to look for students who are just waiting to be opened, who are just waiting for their talents to be used and seen. I will continue transforming my students into self-developing individuals, and I will continue to change lives for them to find their purpose in this world and to be good members of the society.